Welcome to the Global Warwatch Network. Hey, before we jump in, if you want to stay on top of the world's most complex conflicts, make sure to hit that subscribe button. All right, so today, we are looking at something pretty wild, how a single explosion on the remote border is basically pulling back the curtain on a massive shift in global power. We're talking about a devastating war, a rising arms industry, and a new great game for control of some seriously strategic trade routes.
Okay, picture this. It's December 6, 2025. Along the super tense border between Armenia and Azerbaijan, an Azerbaijani T-72 tank opens fire. You know, this is a pretty familiar scene in this volatile part of the world. But what happened next? Well, that was something completely new. Within minutes, that Russian-made tank was nothing but a smoldering wreck.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, one tank, is that really a huge global event? And normally, maybe not. But the weapon that took it out, oh, that sent some serious shockwaves through defense ministries all over the world. Yeah, for the very first time, a sophisticated Indian-made weapon was used in a foreign conflict, and with absolutely devastating effect. This one event reveals this huge geopolitical shift that's actually been brewing for years. So the big question is, how in the world did Indian weapons end up here, and what does it all mean for the future of this really explosive region?
To really get this, we've got to rewind the clock a few years. See, the story of India's new role as a major arms exporter, it all starts with a brutal 44-day war that completely redrew the map of this entire region.
Back in 2020, Azerbaijan, armed to the teeth with advanced Turkish and Israeli drones, launched this massive offensive to retake the territory of Nagorno-Karabakh. Armenia's arsenal, which was mostly Russian-made, was just overwhelmed. Their tanks were getting picked off from the sky, just sitting ducks for a new kind of warfare they were totally unprepared for.
So, Armenia found itself in a really tough spot. After the first war back in the 90s, they had always counted on Russia for security. But in 2020, that guarantee turned out to be pretty much worthless. Defeated, feeling isolated, Armenia desperately needed a new partner. And by 2022, they found one in India, signing a landmark arms deal.
So, what exactly did Armenia buy? This wasn't just some random shopping trip. No. They went to India looking for very specific solutions to the exact problems that got them crushed back in 2020.
That first deal in 2022, we're talking $250 million. That's a serious investment, and it signaled a major new partnership. And now, reports are suggesting that follow-on deals could be worth billions more, maybe even including advanced cruise missiles and fighter jets.
And look, each piece of gear here solves a specific problem. You've got the Swathy radar, which pinpoints enemy fire and takes away the element of surprise. Then there's the Pinaka rocket launcher, which has this amazing shoot and scoot capability. It fires off 12 rockets and then gets out of there before the enemy can even think about firing back. And most importantly, India provided advanced anti-drone systems to counter the exact threat that was so devastating to Armenia.
And this brings us right back to that burning tank on December 6th. It was a textbook operation, really. The second the T-72 fired, the Indian-made radar detected it and pinpointed its location. That data was zapped instantly to a Pinaka launcher, which let loose a salvo of rockets. The result? That T-72 was completely destroyed, probably before its crew even knew what hit them. But here's the thing. This alliance is about way more than just military hardware. To really understand why India is getting involved, we have to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. We're talking trade, energy, and some serious great power competition.
Meet the INSTC, or the International North-South Transport Corridor. This is a massive project, a 7,200-kilometer network of ships, rails, and roads, all designed to connect India directly to Europe. Now, the crucial part here is that this corridor completely bypasses India's main rival, Pakistan. It gives New Delhi a secure trade route to the west, and wouldn't you know it, Armenia is a vital link in that chain.
So what you're seeing are these new fault lines, new teams forming on the world stage. On one side, you've got this three brothers alliance, Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Pakistan. They often work together to counter India's interests. So what does India do? It's building its own counter-alliance. By arming Armenia and getting closer with Greece, another rival of Turkey, India is directly challenging that axis and protecting its own trade ambitions.
As you can probably guess, India jumping into this geopolitical chess match hasn't exactly gone unnoticed. The reactions have been fast, and they've been really divided. From New Delhi's point of view, this is a huge victory. You better believe it. The success of their weapons is being celebrated as proof that the Made in India Defense Initiative is finally paying off.
It's a huge source of national pride, and frankly, it's a fantastic advertisement for future arms sales.
But not everyone is so impressed. A Russian military expert, Alexei Klopotov, basically dismissed the Indian weapons as scrap metal. He pointed to India's history of delays and quality control issues when they were building licensed Russian tanks. His argument is that without foreign supervision, India's defense industry still has a long way to go.
And of course, the diplomats got involved. Azerbaijan officially protested to India, claiming that arming Armenia actually hinders peace in the region. The irony there, of course, is that Azerbaijan itself continues to buy tons of advanced weapons from both Turkey and Israel.
So while that one destroyed tank grabbed all the headlines, the real place to watch, the next potential flashpoint, well, it's a strategic strip of land that could trigger a much, much larger conflict.
This right here is the Zangezur Corridor. After its big victory in 2020, Azerbaijan has been demanding a land route through southern Armenia. Why? Because it would connect mainland Azerbaijan to its exclave, Nekhchiv, which also happens to border Turkey. For both Azerbaijan and Turkey, this is a massive strategic prize.
But this corridor is a geopolitical tinderbox, just waiting for a spark. For Armenia, it means losing sovereign land. For its neighbor Iran, it's seen as an existential threat because it would cut off their land border with Armenia. In fact, Tehran has even threatened to use military force to stop it. This whole situation could set the stage for a direct showdown between regional giants, Iran and Turkey. And all that instability would totally derail India's big trade plans.
So there you have it. India has jumped into one of the world's most complex conflicts, trying to balance the power and protect its own ambitions. But it all boils down to one fundamental question. Is India actually acting as a stabilizing force here, or is it just pouring fuel on the fire for the next war? All right, that's what we've got for you today. Thank you so much for your time. If you found this useful, please do us a favor and like, share, and subscribe to the Global Warwatch Network. We really want to hear what you think, so drop your thoughts in the comments section below and come join the community on social media. All the links for that are in the description. Thanks again for watching,